Welcome to Girl Talk. We are filming here at the fantastic Radiant Skin Therapy, and we love being here, don't we?
Love it.
We always learn about something that we must have, right? It's the to-do list of things.
Yeah, it's getting bigger.
It is getting bigger,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The Christmas list, or maybe the Easter list.
There you go.
For the next 5 years at least.
That's right. And I'm really excited to talk about our topic that we're going to talk about later in the show, which is the vampire facial.
It sounds terrible.
It's the coolest thing, though, from what I've heard and about just the results that you can get from it. So I'm not exactly sure how it works, and I'm really excited to find out.
I have never even heard about this before.
So the reason I know about it is because of the Kardashians, which
Ooh.
I shouldn't admit on TV,
If
but
they do it, it's a good.
they do this
Good to go.
vampire facial. So now we get to experience it here in Madison if you're brave. And but I mean, it's pretty. It's not plastic surgery, and you get results like plastic surgery. That's what's cool about it. So we'll find out more. I'm
Oh my gosh,
excited.
can't wait.
Yeah.
Right. I love that Anne is always just with the newest, latest, and greatest and all the advancements.
Yeah.
So this sounds very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
I've done a little bit of research on this too, and it sounds like it's for more than just face. They're using it for thinning hair.
Really?
They're using it in joints.
Wow.
They're using it to help scars, like acne scars and things like that.
Wow.
So,
Well, I really can't wait because I can't even imagine what's going on when we can help all of those
Right.
problem areas.
right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Makes your stomach shrink too.
That's the cool therapy.
possibility. And
Cleans
help
your
with that
house.
as well.
Yeah,
Something
the whole
for
thing,
everything.
Absolutely.
Changes the oil on the car.
I want to, before we move on, because we've got a great show, but I want to talk to Elise about this Oscar story.
Oh, okay.
So tell us about this.
Okay, so the Oscars just happened. I didn't watch them, but I heard it was fabulous. Anyway, so this comedian who was, I don't think even anywhere near receiving an Oscar, he went around with a fake statue, a fake gold statue, all dressed up like around Hollywood and pretending that he had just won. He had a little camera, a clip of him, behind a green screen, so it looked like he was at the awards.
Accepting
and,
this Oscar.
Like very legit, right? So he goes into a club, he gets drinks, he skips the whole VIP line, he gets free food. It even comes to the point where he is picking, he wants to pick up his car from the valet, but he's lost his ticket. Dude, I lost my ticket, but he's holding his Oscar, and you can hear a girl in the
Oh,
background.
he's carrying it.
Oh yeah, he just won. Like he is fresh off the stage.
Got it. Okay.
And you can hear this lady in the background go, "Oh, just give him his car. He's got an Oscar. Like obviously."
Now, is it
he's
a
the
real
deal."
Oscar?
No.
No, it can't
So
be.
he's got a fake
statue.
Oscar.
Plus, I think they're heavy.
They are.
Okay.
It felt heavy. The only difference the Oscar's arms were out like this with the fake one, and the real one they're like this. So there was a noticeable difference, but
Who's going to inspect it?
Right, and when you've got
Sure.
a guy showing you a video on his phone, like, hey, this is me, this just happened. Anyway, so the valet gives this guy a car. Somebody else's BMW, just because he had an Oscar. He said he drove it around the block and then
Crazy.
returned it.
That's
It's
outstanding.
I mean, and it's a comedian, and I think he was just trying to show what power can do. And
Mission
what it gets
accomplished.
you.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. I think, I don't know, he might be real smart. That's a great plan.
yeah, I mean, I know
What else
to
could
do
he have
next time I
gotten?
go to
If he
Hollywood.
gets you a car.
Do you think that valet lost his job?
Whoa, I hope not. But I mean, what are you gonna?
Yeah.
What are you gonna
Not,
do?
though, like,
Maybe he was carrying it like a weapon, and that was his secret. I'm just kidding. Well, that's a crazy story. So, there's a lesson learned. If you have any really outstanding awards, Kirsten, maybe you can utilize some.
our Centurion Awards look like little Oscars. Maybe I'll just take that around.
See
See
what
I
it
can
gets
get.
you around Madison.
Maybe
I
give
love
me a
it.
free vampire facial.
Absolutely. Well, that's a crazy story. Thank you for sharing that. And
Yeah, it is.
I'm excited about the rest of our show. We're going to talk to Massage NV. They've got actually multiple locations, so there's definitely one somewhere near you if you're getting us. Which is great. I could use a massage about now.
Yeah.
And so that'll be nice.
And Center for Families is coming
Center
out
for
too.
Families.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
I'm
this
really excited that that's available to everyone in the
It's an
community.
outstanding organization.
Very interesting.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to learn more about that. So please stick around for Girl Talk right here at Radiance on CW.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're here filming at the wonderful Radiance Skin Therapy off Todd Drive. And we're going to talk about today how life can get a little bit stressful, and maybe families and children can kind of add into that equation. So with us is Meg Miller for Center for Families, and she's going to tell us a little bit about how they can help with that today. Meg, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Center for Families and what you're all about.
Well, Center for Families' mission is to partner with parents in their efforts to nurture, protect, and teach their children. So we help parents to help them raise their children, especially parents who are isolated and don't have many resources. So we have programs that go into the home and help with literacy. We have programs that help with parents with newborn children, and to help them bond, people who might not have had parents themselves that were very good at what they did and need some help. And so we also have a play and learn, which parents and children come at the center, and it's at different locations throughout the city and the county.
What a great organization.
Yeah, that's really, really wonderful.
Right, and the thing that I didn't mention is the Respite Center, which is what I'd like to mostly talk about today.
Okay, so you mentioned some of the unique programs. Are there others, or
Well, there are 8 different programs.
Oh, wow.
And 4 of them are in the home.
Okay.
And then we have some play and learns, which are around the county. And then the Respite Center, which is actually a 24-hour child care center on the north side, but it's available to everybody in the county.
wonderful?
Yeah, I actually had the opportunity to take a tour the other day, and it's just an outstanding center. And being a parent, I'm about to find out, I think is an important role for the children involved and for the parents as well. So talk a little bit for folks at home who aren't familiar with the Respite Center. How can you help parents?
Well, what the Respite Center does is provide child care and counseling for parents in Dane County who are, have children birth through 14 and who are in some sort of stressful or transitional situation. A lot of the parents are poor, but not everybody. A lot of the parents didn't have what they needed or don't have the internal emotional
They need some
strength,
support.
yeah,
Right.
emotional strength or resources, and definitely not external resources.
Right.
This sounds like just like an incredible program, and to be available 24/7 is beyond. How is this program funded? I mean, how do you come up with?
Well, all of our programs are funded by United Way. The Respite Center particularly is funded by the City of Madison and Dane County Human Services. And we raise a lot of money on our own through grants and fundraising. So if people are interested, go to our website, centerforfamilies.org.
Yeah,
and
terrific,
help
and
us out.
contribute. Sure.
Right. We serve thousands of
Yeah.
children and parents every year.
Well, I mean, there's no guidebook for parenting, and you always, when you're younger, you think you know what to do, but when you're actually in the position, I'm sure it's got to be challenging.
It is
Sometimes
very,
you need
it
some
is very
support.
challenging. It's challenging for everybody, no matter if you have resources or not.
Right.
But when you don't have resources and you have to go to the grocery store or you have to go to a doctor's appointment or you feel like you're losing it with your children
Right.
and you don't have anywhere to turn. A lot of people have a spouse or parents in town or a friend they can talk to.
Right.
A lot of people
People
don't.
Yeah.
So what does the Respite Center need from the community? How can we help?
Well, mostly the Respite Center is losing some funding in this year and the next year, and we can help. We can use money if people want that. If people don't have that, we have volunteers. If people want to hang out with cool children, they can volunteer 4 hours a week. We can always use diapers, and we can use formula and
Great.
things that children
Lots of ways
need.
to
help.
Lots
Right,
of ways to help,
absolutely.
and they can just go to the website or they can call.
And I
All right.
think it's important to mention too, you mentioned it's not just for parents who need income or who have an income
No.
issue. It's for parents who are emotionally drained too. So there's a lot of
Absolutely.
need, not just financially, but for donations.
Maybe just
to
take
help.
like a mental time out.
Absolutely,
Get a
that's
little
exactly
help.
what it is.
Alrighty.
Excellent. Well,
Very-
Meg, thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait to hear more about your organization. Check that out, centerforfamilies.org. We're filming here at Radiance, and we'll be back with more Girl Talk at Massage Envy. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming at Radiant Skin Therapy off of Todd Drive. Later on, we will talk with Ann. She's the owner at Radiance, and learn about some pretty cool new stuff. One step closer to the fountain of youth. No kidding, no kidding. But right now, our guests are from Massage Envy, and we'll be talking about some career ideas working for Massage Envy or within the field of massage therapy. Thanks for joining us. We have Sheena and April. Thanks for coming in. So let's talk first about Massage Envy. Tell us a little bit more about Massage Envy and the services that you have.
Absolutely. Well, Massage Envy really recognizes the health benefits that come with massage therapy, and they also notice that massage therapy is typically seen as something that you do on a special occasion, something you do to pamper yourself,
Sure.
something that you don't really do as often as you probably would need to. So what we want to do is we want to try to make all of these health benefits of massage and just make them more accessible and more affordable. So the business philosophy is very much how can we keep bringing you back. Sheena can probably attest to some of the benefits that come with massage therapy, specifically, but really just a way to get you in more regularly, work towards that health and wellness plan, and
And that's awesome, the regularity idea of it, because if you think about it, what do we really do that stays? We have to keep exercising, we have to keep bathing, we have to keep brushing and flossing. It's nothing that lasts forever, so massage therapy can definitely fit in with that.
And you
Right,
mentioned
absolutely.
accessible. I see you guys all over Madison.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
We have 3 locations.
Just terrific.
Just in Madison.
Yeah, just in Madison, but over 1,000 in the United States. So
right.
they're all over the place.
Yep,
Okay,
absolutely.
so I think we're focusing kind of about working at Massage Envy. What kind of qualifications do your therapists have there?
Well, you have to be licensed and state certified. For the state of Wisconsin, you have to have a national certification and state certification. So that includes like a program that you have to go through. There's several different locations that you can take that program, but it ends up being 700 hours of school.
Wow, so you guys really know your stuff.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
You know, I recently saw, I don't know if it was a t-shirt or something, it said, I'm a massage therapist, what's your superpower? And anyway, it's true, you know, that massage therapist is someone that's really helpful, important, and makes you feel so much better.
Right,
So if someone is
absolutely.
thinking about a career in that, why Massage Envy? What sets Massage Envy apart from all the other places?
Yeah, well, Massage Envy, the really cool thing about us is with our staff members, they're all considered employees versus an independent contractor.
Okay.
So in being an employee, they also qualify for a really, really nice benefits package, PTO, a bunch of other things that may not also come with other organizations where you would be an independent contractor.
That does sound nice. A little more secure, it sounds
Yes,
like.
and a $500 sign-on bonus for the massage
Well,
therapist too.
Well, there you
Sounds
go.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, as an independent contractor, I know the difficulties that come along with that. And you have to do your own taxes, and nobody likes to do that, right?
Right,
So this
yeah.
this is great. So, what, are you telling us that there's opportunities available right now?
Oh, there are absolutely opportunities available. Some more things that that really are specific to Massage Envy is we really have a very strong client base.
Sure.
So our therapists are going to be booked up pretty much consistently, so they do have a consistent income coming in. Whereas you may not know when your next booking is going to be, but we're booked all the time. We have a bunch of locations in the United States. There's a lot of room for advancement.
Yeah, like I started with Massage Envy just last June, and now I'm the lead therapist, so that's like the manager over the therapist at the Fitchburg
Well,
location.
congratulations,
So
first and foremost.
as far as advancement, there's a lot of opportunities. with Massage Envy.
Yeah, and not only do we have just massage therapists, but we're also looking for front desk staff, and we do also offer facials at our Middleton location right now. So we're also hiring for estheticians as well. But for the front desk staff, we have a very service-oriented team. So everyone is really caring. The team is phenomenal, and like we said, there's room for advancement, and we also do have very specific roles. So if you are a massage therapist, you don't need to worry about the booking, you don't need to worry about the marketing. All of that is actually done for you.
Right.
Again, more security.
Yeah. So you
Well,
can.
we're about out of time actually right now. It sounds like we have more to talk about. So Massage Envy, you're in Middleton, Fitchburg, and
East Washington.
East Washington Avenue. Lots of places to check them out if you're looking for an opportunity, or maybe just a massage. We'll be right back at Radiance Skin Therapy.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are so excited to be at Radiant Skin Therapy with the beautiful Ann Hill. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And for chatting with us. I'm super excited to learn about our topic today. So PRP, platelet-rich plasma. What is it and how do you use it to make this look better?
Yeah, absolutely. So what it is we draw a tube of blood, and with that tube of blood, we spin it in a centrifuge, and it's really about the tube that will be able to separate the red blood cells and make a very concentrated amount of platelet-rich plasma. And what's important about that is what is already in our body to heal and repair and go to a wound site to repair it. So we have this protein that we can put in concentrated amounts to strengthen and tighten and correct damage.
I've actually heard of the plasma referred to as liquid gold.
Yes, it is.
This is so exciting, and we've been kind of doing our research on this because it's just such a neat thing to learn about. And my question is, just talk to us a little bit about what it's doing for the aesthetics industry, and what does it mean for people that this technology exists?
Right. Well, the greatest thing about this is that it's your own product. We don't have any chance of rejection or reaction because it's you. So, but what it can do is, when we talk about scarring, when we talk about lax, real wrinkly, lax tissue, discoloration. So some of the areas that we're using it in, and sometimes it's in combination too with fillers, but it doesn't have to be. Or with the micropen or the microneedling. But eyes, lips, neck, hands, those areas we're really seeing a lot of improvement because we can concentrate it in there for lip lines, textural issues, a lot of times under the eyes when we're really dealing with crepey or some of the bluish kind of coloring under there. So those are really the main areas in aesthetics and overall rejuvenation of the face or neck or chest or wherever.
Which we're all in constant search of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
I didn't realize it
absolutely.
was something you could do on your hands, and that's one of the, I think, key giveaways sometimes to aging. People pay a lot of attention to their face and forget about their hands.
Right.
I'm definitely guilty. Don't look, but
I put sunscreen
We all
on my hands
are.
every day.
yeah,
I
you're
do.
good about that.
Yeah.
So cosmetically speaking, it sounds like you said, thinner skin, wrinkling, even scarring, right? Like
Absolutely
acne scars.
scarring, yes, 100% with the microneedling that we talked about last month and the PRP. We can microneedle the PRP in for overall rejuvenation, and then if we really have specific scarrings, we could inject that PRP into those areas for kind of almost like a double rejuvenation. And so we're seeing really nice things with scar revision.
And this isn't just filling something, this is helping heal and change, right?
100%. So when we first, like if we did it, injected it in, we initially see a large amount of volume. But that volume doesn't last. It kind of deflates. But then really what it's doing is it start the rebuilding of that area.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So it's over months that we start to really see those changes happen.
This is so exciting, and I can't help but think about, I was someone who struggled with acne growing up, so people with acne scarring out there that, you know, have those residual leftover scars, this could make a huge impact.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
So could you give us a little history of PRP and what other things it was used for? Or
Sure,
can be used for?
yeah. So, I mean, it's gone back 30 years ago that, you know, they were looking at what PRP could do. And in today's times, it's being used a lot in orthopedics, so orthopedic surgeons will inject into a joint to repair a joint. So when we see the kind of repair that it can do in that situation, we also know in aesthetics what it's going to do for skin, because it does repair skin and muscle and joint type of tissues.
I've heard too that it can be used in your scalp for thinning hair, is that right?
It is.
And that's for real?
For real. But you have to have already hair there, so it's not bald, not for balding, or bald. Thinning hair, and it can be used in both men and women, and it's usually a combination of that microneedling the PRP in, and then there will be some injection of the PRP in. And that combination can be really, really, really nice.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So how long would it take for the hair to grow back or regenerate?
Well, people can start to see an improvement even as little as a month. But, you know, that's going to continue.
Hair
and
grows slowly.
Hair grows slowly. Remember, a hair cell cycle is 6 to 8 weeks. So if you think about that, you'll really start to see, you know, 6 weeks, then 3 months, so on and so forth. And there's usually a series of that done. It's not usually a one and done for somebody. Again, like everything, we like a one and done, but when we're dealing with skin and tissues, it's a constantly aging, so we have to do something on a regular basis or a series of treatments that can really then help it.
Right, and it's so exciting to have an option that has such incredible results without surgery, and that's what we love about talking to you is that seems to be the case with so many of your services. And I want to get back to the face for a second because we've hyped up this name, the vampire facial, but this is what I've heard of too, is the vampire facial. So is that the same thing?
It really is the same thing. The discrepancy is that when you see it, they're showing the actual red blood cells going on. That's a little bit false. It's really not blood, but I think for this particular person who gave it the name, they wanted to kind of dramatize it and say this is the
Shock
vampire
value.
facial.
Well, vampires have been hot.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Yep.
But yes, it is really the same thing. The vampire facial is all about the platelet-rich plasma.
Well, and real quick, we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
What's the cost for something like this?
Yeah, it can start anywhere from $300 and up.
Okay, depending on what you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Come visit Ann, learn more about PRP and looking young, grown hair, whatever you need. She'll take care of you. And join us back again for more Girl Talk here on CW57.